Hi there. Welcome to Engineering Management. My name is Lori Yates. I'll be your instructor for this course. I just wanted to say hello and welcome you to the class and maybe offer some tips for success. So let's get started. I am sharing my screen with you. You should be looking at our Canvas website for this class. So you can see that everything is loaded pretty much for the entire course. So this is our home page. If we scroll down, you can see some information about the course, about me. And then I have some quick hot buttons for you in case you need quick access. This will take you directly to the calendar in which I've loaded the entire course with just a quick view of what to do when, so that you can kind of keep an eye on things if you just need a glance with everything in one place. This link right here will take you to our discussion page, and we will have a discussion each week. So, this is one way to get there quickly. And then this is a hot link that takes you to my contact information. And I have it loaded in a couple of different places here in Canvas, because I think it's very, very important that you stay in touch, that you reach out if you have any questions. I enjoy talking to students. I love connecting with people. So this has not just my email, but also has my cell phone. It does have my office number, and I am not in the office very much. So probably cell phone is the easiest way after email. And just be sure and let me know in the text or voice message who you are and what class you're in, because I am teaching more than one class, okay? So let's take a look let's scroll down here. Here are our navigation tabs on the left to the module section. This is where you'll do the lion's share of the work in terms of finding things. And this is where I spend the majority of my time navigating the course as well. So I have the course laid out. The top section here, you will see, are some kind of getting started things. So here's a little welcome note from me, and kind of a little bit of information on, what to do first. This again is my contact information. It's the same as the link you just saw. Here is information on the textbook. So if you click on this, you'll be able to see the information on the textbook, which was also loaded in the registration section when you signed up for the class. This is something that I load in all my classes. This last link here is called Questions and Sharing. And it is actually a discussion forum, and it's just an open forum, and it is always pinned to the top of the discussion page. So below it, you'll see other discussions of the week, but this is always at the top. This is a great place for you to post questions of me or of your classmates, to share information. If you see a cool video that pertains to anything we're talking about, we'd love to see that. You can share information about textbook, about anything to do with the class. The reason I like this is that if you have a question and you post it here, I'll have a chance to answer it for everybody in the class, because if you have that question, chances are somebody else does too. The other thing is that if I'm busy, another classmate of yours may know the answer and they can get to you even faster. The one thing is, if you have personal information or anything that you and I need to talk about privately, then obviously reach out directly to me. But if you send me an email about a class question, it's very likely I'll just ask your permission to go ahead and post it here so others can actually see the information as well. It's a pretty handy tool if we use it. And then after this top section of tools for you, I have each week loaded, and they're pretty much in the same order. So the first tab will just tell you which chapters you need to be reading in your textbook. And then the second tab I've loaded a video lecture for each week and the corresponding PowerPoint. Some of the PowerPoints actually have hot links that can take you to different videos, things like that. And then your discussion question. Now, week one, the only thing that you have due is your discussion, and that's an introduction to the class. I'm asking that we spend a lot of time on the discussion forum. You will have a discussion question every week. And just know that this is where we are going to do the majority of our communicating with each other. This is where we bring dialogue to the class, and we share ideas, and this is a really good learning tool. So because of that, I put a lot of weight on the discussions and on grading them. So each week, a discussion opens up Monday morning right after midnight, and it closes Sunday night right before midnight of that week. That is the only time that you can post in there. If you miss that, you cannot make it up. The reason for that is I don't see this as just a place for you to regurgitate what you, or report out what you've read or what you know. It's a place for us to dialogue, to share ideas, to question, to explore, to discover. And so it's not one-sided, it's two-way. So if you are trying to communicate after everybody else has left, it really doesn't help us learn from you or you from us. So I do ask that you post your initial post by Friday so that people have a time to respond. And I also ask that you post on more than one day of the week for maximum points. So you'll see all of that is listed in the instructions, okay? So let me know if you have any questions on that. Except for the first week, you will pretty much either have an assignment or a quiz also during the week. So in week 2, you actually have an assignment. And these are all hot links. If you click on this, it will take you directly to the assignment and with the instructions and where you upload your final paper or activity. So you can see that each week, same order, it's pretty commonplace. Let's just talk briefly about assignments and exams. So I'm a stickler on due dates. And the reason for that is I came out of the business world. And what I can tell you about managers and management is that they're trying to orchestrate a lot of work getting done by a lot of different people. And if they're giving you a deadline or a time frame to get your work done and you don't get that done, you're going to hold up a bunch of other people. And this is the way it works, whether it's business or a nonprofit organization or a sports team. If you're asked to deliver something at a certain time, it's really important to do that. So I plan out my term in terms of my grading time and that sort of thing all around this. And I think it's important for us, if we are going to learn from each other, that we are working on the same things at the same time during the term. So please do turn your work in on time. If you turn it in late, there is a pretty stiff penalty. So if it's 1 day late, it's a full grade. 2 days late, 2 grades. And that's in the syllabus. You can take a quick look at it. And on exams, so we have 2 exams. We have a midterm and a final. And both of those are open. They open up at the beginning of the week that they're in, and they close Sunday night. Again, when they're done, they're done. There's no makeup. They're open for 6 or 7 days, okay? So you can pick a time that works really well for you, where you have some space, some quiet time, a strong internet connection, and so you can sit down and work on those. They are open book, open note, but they are also maybe timed. So it's not that you still need to be able to prepare for them and read your textbook prior to taking the exams. I do share answers to questions after the exam closes. So that makes it very difficult for anybody to make it up, because it's not really quite fair if the answers are floating around out there, if then you ask if you can do a makeup. So all of that aside, this has been a really crazy year, and many of us have had a lot of challenges. We've also had some opportunities, but I know that strange things happen. So if you find yourself in a situation with very unusual circumstances, you need to start talking with me so that we can work together to come up with a plan to help you be successful in the course. If you notify me a couple of hours before a deadline, there really isn't much I can do. Or after the fact, like I really didn't have time to turn this in, whatever. So dialogue, let's work together on all of this. So this term will go extremely fast. It is fast moving. You've got reading and discussions and assignments or exams every single week, except week 1, you don't have an exam or an assignment. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm happy to respond to anything that you might need. And I enjoy teaching different types of management classes. My doctoral degree is in management, and I do some research in that field. And I've had a lot of experience in the workforce, in small business and corporate business. So lots of different stories to share with you. So anyway, have a great term. I'm looking forward to getting to know you all better and also to seeing you online. Thanks a lot and have a great week.